Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Today we are in Melbourne, Florida, just a few miles from the Atlantic Ocean. Right after that subtropical system, I think it was called Alberta, came through. A lot of rain. Anyways, we are waterproofing the foundation of this home, and we're going to do some downspouts, yard drains, seal the foundation, put in footer pipe. However, this is gravity. Let's take a look. So like I said, this one actually has gravity to fall down from the discharge. You can see down there where Chuck's at by the van. We've probably got about 4 feet of fall here. It doesn't seem to matter, you know. It's people kind of get confused. How can this house have a water problem when it's 4 feet down to the street? Well, groundwater rises everywhere, and basically during the hurricane and during big storms as well, water comes up underneath the foundation and it enters these back rooms as well as the side and the front. And you can see evidence of this. This is called a stress crack. Doesn't mean the house is going to fall down or anything, but what it tells me is there's movement on this wall. And I mean, this crack's pretty severe. It comes all the way up, all the way around here. But there's movement on that wall. Movement is caused by water. It just takes millimeters, but it shakes and moves, causes cracks through concrete, and especially through the mortar. So what we're going to do, we've already started a little bit, we're going to dig down along the foundation. You can see the trench over there. Hook up these downspouts as well. Clean that wall, put in our footer pipe. It'll go over, tie into a yard drain. That's why I've got the trencher out here. We're going to hook up this downspout, put some yard drains here in the back, in these low spots. Really low spot on the other side. Another line going that way on the other side of the house. About 400 feet of pipe here. Quite a bit of work. See if we can't get all that done here today. So let's get started. You know, I get a lot of questions about how deep do you dig, especially when people are referring to the footer. I know I'm showing the trencher scene right now, but along the footer, okay, this is not that hard. When you dig down, you should find the bottom of your footer. That way you know where the bottom is. From that, you should be able to tell where to install your pipe. In a crawl space, you want to be, right at the top of the footer. Here in Florida or in a coastal home, especially with what we call a monolithic slab, that means the floor is the footer. We want to be right along the side of it. Sometimes there's just not enough soil for you to bury your pipe. So yeah, you're going to be a little bit below the footer, but not much. And the way the system works is so cool because you're basically creating an island of drainage around the interior perimeter. As water comes up and hits that floor, it will move sideways and will fill up that footer pipe and be carried away, whether you use a sump pump or whether it's gravity, either one. So kind of keep that in mind as you're digging. Hopefully that gives you some really good advice. Okay, so we have the front wall, the side wall, and the back wall excavated. We're just cleaning it off, and you can see the root system if you look carefully, how those roots penetrate right through, even the footer itself. So we'll clean those off, and then we're going to seal this wall with our liquid rubber, which is actually Blackjack number 57, and it's available at Lowe's. And yeah, there's other stuff that you could use, but we use Blackjack 57. It works great. So we've got all the trenches dug as well. Need to clean them out. And basically, like I said, this is gravity. So the footer, as water rises up into this footer pipe, it's going to be carried away by gravity. We've got one more trench to dig across here, and that will connect to the main line right here, which runs actually all the way to the back where we've got some yard drains going in as well, hooking up the downspouts. All of those lines come into the main line. And the system should work really good. You can see the trenches back here as well. And if you look closely on the other side, you can see we've trenched over there into the back because there's low spots over there as well. Let's take a look. Over here on the right-hand side of the house, there was a whole bunch of trees over here. If you're doing this yourself, a trencher is definitely advised to get through the roots. And I mean, you can see the size of these roots through here. They're just full. what we're going to do, there's still a lot of roots in there, and what you do is run your machine down through there. It may or may not pull out all of the roots. Hopefully it does. Here it did not. It usually just pushes down and it goes through, but it doesn't really grab all the roots and pull them out. You can leave those there, but we just need to clean down to the bottom of the trench. And then as long as we can get pipe in here, for example, see, we can pull this root out of the way and that pipe can get down into the bottom of the trench. Some places you may have to cut with your axe. Whatever you got to do, you got to do. But you can see there was big boulders down in here as well. This line comes all the way out, and there's actually a water line that runs through here. Here's the meter. They locate a lot of utilities, but they don't locate the water line which runs up to the house, and it runs this direction over towards that front door. They mark the line through here. That flag has just been knocked over, but that line, you can see here's the water line right here, and you can see the rest of the flags as they go across the yard. They don't locate the sewer either, so you have to be very careful. These people here in Melbourne actually did locate the sewer. I'll show you. You can see these green flags over here. Blue is water, and green, they even have it written on here. And you can see this little Y. So the main sewer splits off and goes over to this house, and then it also cuts across and goes right over there by the front door. But they actually wrote down here, sewer line buried below. So we have to hand dig across here, and we'll bring that line out, and it'll discharge to a grate or a pop-up out here by the curb. You can see here's the curb right here. So on this job, we've got about 400 feet of pipe that we're putting in. You can see our material out here. And this is a big job, but typical job for us. If you're going to do this yourself, you could definitely do it in sections, do one side at a time. I would suggest that you waterproof the foundation first and then get your discharge. You could always do those yard drains in the back. So we're putting the liquid rubber on. You can see we've got a nice line that runs across, and we're up pretty high, but we want to make sure that no water can penetrate through that block. They do have some paint on there, but paint just doesn't do it. This liquid rubber stuff, it really does work good. And you can see we painted clear down right to the footer. We cover that footer really well with that liquid rubber because that's where the water tries to come in, as well as up under the floor. Remember how the system works is that groundwater rises up and then it begins to penetrate under the house, under your home. If you put drainage out here, now you have a place for the water to go. And even if it comes up in the center of the home, it can come to the side. Water pretty much moves sideways underwater. It doesn't always come straight up. So it will move over to your trench, drop into your pipe, or come up into the pipe, and then you can, however you discharge, remember this is gravity, and we're going to send that out to the street from the footer all the way around, as well as connect downspout drains and yard drains out here in the back. So let's go ahead and start to lay some pipe. So of course, we're here in Florida, afternoon thunderstorms, starting to rain. Not going to hurt anything, but it sure makes a mud pie. We've got everything installed, pretty much just got the last little bit of downspout and yard drain to hook up, and we'll cover this up and we'll still be out of here before it gets wet. So this is why you need gutters. This is just a brief downpour, and you can see that water coming off the roof. Our trench is working great. We got water coming out to the ends of the line, but again, same thing over here. It's just something. Gutters are important. You can see this one we need to hook up also. It's pouring right into our footer pipe, which is fine for right now. But we're going to slice that out into the yard. But yeah, system's working great. So out here, a lot of people ask me to show them, working when it's raining. Well, you can see there's our discharge, and the water's just pouring out of there. It's working really good. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.